Students, yesterday we fared how the Asian art is countered with the European art. But we found that Wu Daozi, the Chinese maestro, how he painted and how Quinton Messi, another maestro, he painted. Wu Daozi was from China. He was in 8th century, and Quinton Messi was from Belgium in 15th century. So both of them representing their continent. Wu Daozi's art representing Asian art, and whereas Antwerp, Belgium, Quinton Messi, his art representing European art. Now, in the Chinese story, the emperor commissions a painting and appreciates its outer appearance. But the artist reveals to him the true meaning of his work. The emperor may rule over the territory he has conquered. I told you yesterday, empire has the authority over his empire, but the painter, he has the sole authority over his own created work. The emperor may rule over the territory he has conquered, but only the artist knows the way within. That's why he told, "Let me show the way." The Tao, a word that means both the path or the method and the mysterious works of the universe. Taoism, The painting is gone, but the artist has reached his goal beyond any material appearance. Now, the writer is describing here how a Chinese art is different with that of the European art. A classical Chinese landscape is not meant to reproduce an actual view, as would a Western figurative painting, whereas the European painter wants you to borrow his eyes. Mind this carefully. Whereas the European painter wants you to borrow his eyes and look at a particular landscape exactly as he saw it from a specific angle, the Chinese painter does not choose a single viewpoint. The Chinese painter does not choose a single viewpoint. His landscape is not a real one. His landscape is not a real one, and you can enter it from any point. You can enter it from any point, then travel in it. The artist creates a path for your eyes to travel up and down, then back again in a leisurely movement. This is even more true in the case of the horizontal scroll, in which the action of slowly opening one section of the painting, then rolling it up to move on to the others. Start from one point, you may go to another point, adds a dimension of time which is unknown in any other form of painting. It also requires the active participation of the viewer, who decides at what pace he will travel through the painting. A participation which is physical as well as mental. The Chinese painter does not want you to borrow his eyes. When the European painter wants to borrow his eyes, the Chinese painter does not want you to borrow his eyes. He wants you to enter his mind. He wants you to enter his mind. The landscape is an inner one, a spiritual and conceptual space.